Welcome to all my right thinkers, and thank you all for tuning in to your boy Pfunk Thinking Right at my YouTube spot where I do what I do for you. Today, right, Islam's 25 rules to live by. I'm gonna take you to India. You know, what I mean, I'm an Egyptian man. I do Africa, but I'm gonna take you to India to prove a point because for us black people, this is for us. I'm gonna show you how race of people come together for the common good. And this is important. It's called the Maha Kumba Mela. What is Kumba? It's called the God experience. It's when every religious person, every God-fearing person, first of all, that's have his concept and view about God. But guess what? They don't have one set God. They got anything that you can profess or conceptualize in your mind to worship and consider God. If it works for you, knock yourself out. So they got freedom. They actually got freedom of choice. Not so much here, but let me show you the difference. Because you and I don't agree on the same God, we don't have no problem. Not a one. Listen to this. Well, I did this because I was personally fascinated by how this can be done. And I want to try to get it to my people to understand we can do this too. Watch this. The Indian culture, where God is experienced by all, they don't do monotheism. That means one God. Nope, they don't give it. Whatever God you can profess, whatever God you want to profess, that's your God. Not a problem. Your own God. Every individual, they got, and they said a bunch of men, and every one of them have their own different God. It's understood. It's okay. The Kumba festival is the gathering between 30 and 50 million people. Listen, we freak out over the Super Bowl, okay? But we have fights, we have riots, you have cars, you have all this nonsense. When you can get together 30 to 50 million people, and there's no police, there's no violence, there's no disrespect of any kind towards anybody. They're all there for the same reason, to experience God as a group. To me, that is fascinating. We can't get 10 people together without having a damn fight. So family don't even get together. So you got a bunch of people coming from all over the world, all different places, all over the world. One lady said she came there 30 years ago to just happen to be passing through, didn't know nothing about it. On her trip, got sidetracked to there, and she's still there. See, things that impress me is real. What impressed me is stuff that you can relate to, stuff that you can, that's what I'm saying. She gravitated to that concept, and she been following her God and professing her God for the last 30 years. But she was a white person, white female, old white lady. But she was sincere and dedicated. Her faith was strong and found to be in a good standard with her God that she professed. And because she was there, had freedom of choice, she had to worry about following this one. No, she chose and professed her own, and she's been doing it for over 30 years. I found God 2 years ago. I've been hollering and screaming ever since. So I can only imagine how she feel about what it is she doing. So my point to that is, as a group of people, why can't we come together peacefully, harmoniously? We got a Million Man March. They were saying, oh, it was some wrong things going on. They just didn't report it. We can't get together and not wild out. We can't get together and not act like fools, because there's a bunch of us that are fools. And when we get out there, we're going to act like it. If all of us on the same accord, beautiful thing. In conception, it's a beautiful thing in our mind. But it won't happen because we won't allow it. We as a people won't do the right thing to save our life. Let's talk about the Kumba. Let me get back. I'm insulted with us because these people showing that unity is the way to go. Watch this. And they ain't based on who is this God, that God, who's your God. Man, I ain't got time for that. Okay? I don't. And obviously they don't either. A nation of people coming together and worshiping God. It's almost unbelievable. When I seen it, I want to go. Why? Because the people that engulfed and just believe, I need to be around them. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Yeah, it's a month, but guess what? It's the whole month celebration. So that's another thing. A couple of days, we go somewhere after day or two. I'm about tired of that. Okay, they do it for a month on the Ganges River. Okay, the Ganges. That river is supposed to be the sacred holy place. So they go there, they all come there. Some get in the water, some don't, but they all there to celebrate the experience of God within themselves. So they got it right. They got that part right. They right on point with that, obviously. No crime, no police. Man, that's crazy. Crazy good. Okay. Next one is the Kumba is for all believers in God coming together as one. Golly, we can't get a bunch of Christians together and be in a good, but it shows when you are dedicated to the one, other stuff don't really make a difference. You ain't there for other stuff. That's what it's about. Okay. It's like a big classroom for everyone to enjoy peace and prosperity from their God. And everybody's on the same accord. It's like Woodstock, a big Woodstock without the drugs. See, here we gotta have something. There they don't need nothing. They that's real. I respect that. You know what I mean? My hate game is done. I always have respect and admiration for people doing things I know to be good and right. I ain't no problem with that. I wish we can do it. That's what I'm bringing to my people. I was impressed. So I'm using today. This is my lesson for my people. We should take a page out of their book. What is the Kumba? Kumba Mala is a celebration of God of your choice. They tell you, come here, celebrate God. We don't need to know who he and what he is, but come celebrate. That's what we're here for. When you go to the club, you go out somewhere, you're going to be part of festivities. Okay, you go there and enjoy yourself like anything else. But imagine the millions and millions of people going to celebrate God. It's got to be one hell of a party. All right? Okay, heaven on earth. I can see that because when there's peace and there's no violence, that's heaven. That's what heaven's like. Yeah, heaven must be like that. That's how I figure. When I look at that, all I can think about, well, that must be heaven because everybody seems to be in their own state of blissfulness, joy, peace, tranquility. Anything that's good and wholesome, that's what they was doing. Nothing negative, nothing, no. And that's the beautiful part. That's what makes it beautiful because a bunch of them on the same accord. A lot of times you're going to get that one bad apple. Nah, they don't do that. Here we go. I got to catch up. I'm just ran off at the mouth. But I'm impressed with this concept. So, yeah, I might do a little longer. Here we go. The Kumba Mela, the best gathering of a people ever in the world. Yeah, they got that title. I give them that one. I said, I never seen nothing like it. I was impressed. Excuse me. The Kumba Mala is equal to any and every celebration we ever had, any holiday celebration. The Macy Day Parade, Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve celebration, don't come close. Don't even measure up. And we just do it for a few hours on New Year. They leave behind more trash and junk. So, yeah, it's a different concept. I'm really impressed with that. The Kumba Mala, no racial issues, all come together in the Kumba as one. Don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than that. For me, for a God-fearing man, I'm all with that. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Next one is when and why they don't, when and why they do it at all the Ganges River. At the Ganges River. That's the sacred river in India. That's the river that Vishnu flowed through and all this. They got their own creation story. Everybody got a story. I'll bring that one to you one day too. I got theirs too. Here we go. Next one is every 6 years they get together. Now this is a planned event. Takes place every 6 years because they claim the lunar sky and all this astrological concept. So it works for them. But the fact that you can get that many people together without having no incidents, that's the beauty part. That's God at work right there. That's God's handiwork right there. people from all over the world come to participate. Yeah. If I ever get in financial situation, that's something I would want. That put on my bucket list. Matter of fact, that might go on my bucket list. Okay? That's how impressed I am with that. Here we go. There is no violence, no killings, no police. Everybody's there in the same accord. Peace, no records, no indication of anything ever happening to anybody there. So that's a hell of a thing. All right, here we go now. They come together on a common thread for all, one God. It's tough. It's all the spiritual enlightenment for all the true believers. Whatever God you profess, if you're here and you're a God fearing man, you and I won't have a problem getting along with because I'm a God fearing man also. Whatever you call him, however you view him, as long as you treat me respectfully, we won't have a problem. That's the important part right there. Why can't we understand that part? As long as you respect me, I ain't got a problem. All right. Next one is, what is the reason for it? Why they do it? Let's find out. Indian people are a spiritual people, not like Westerners. In the East, they are seen to be a lot more sacred in their beliefs, a lot more in depth with what they believe, and they try to live out their belief. They don't just fabricate it or talk about it. They actually live it. So they're a little more entrenched in what they believe, and they got the reason to be. They study, they learn, and they live it. That's what it's all. That's how it's done. I keep telling you. Now, Indian people have a higher respect and reverence for God. They take it serious. We steal in the name of the Lord. We BS in the name of the Lord. We just use Lord for all the wrong reasons. But karma takes care of that. Remember her. They will. Here we go. Indian people teach spiritual enlightenment to all. They want everybody to have a spiritual enlightenment and be that Nihas. If you got a bunch of people walking around Nihas, you got a good thing going. See? Spiritual enlightened people are good people. I'm one. Now, here we go. Indian people, all religious groups show respect for each other. There's no hate group. Like we got a law against hate crime where you're gonna go into a synagogue and shooting up blacks. They blowing the bombs in the black churches. They go to the synagogue. They chopping them up and shooting them up. They're going to there ain't no religion safe. What the hell's going on? How can we disrespect religious people? I may not subscribe to your religion, but I have no hate towards you. I ain't trying to kill you because you believe in something that I don't subscribe to. That's crazy. So I don't subscribe to that theory either. Respect all. Simple as that. If you a God-fearing man, you got my respect. Don't worry about me. That's the reason for it. Now, gurus, sage, saints, they all share the same wisdom at this point in time. There's no arguing, well, my God's the most high. My God's better than your God. My God can beat your God. It ain't a pissing match. It's not a competition. It's respect and reverence for somebody that we spiritually understand. Because he ain't here in the physical form unless he's in us. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Got a little while to go. I'm moving right along here. Here we go. We can learn a lot from the Kumba. Watch this. Indian people have different views, but respect for all others. Whatever you believe in, I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or different. You do what you do, I do what I do. We can even do it together. We ain't gonna have no problem. Why is it that a Christian and Jew can't live in the same household? Why is it that a Muslim and a Christian can't get along? See, that becomes a problem with me. That's man. God don't distinguish. God don't radically become racial or make it a prejudice issue. It is what it is. He is who he is. Why he's that. We as people need to understand that. He don't do that. We do. In his name. Like, oh, send me them blessings. Send me your money. Like God need money. He created the world. He need money. I digress. Did you get my point? Here we go. What we doing now? We can learn a lot from the Kumbaya. Yeah. Don't compete to be the highest God or the worship the best God. The God ain't not a competition. Stop with that. Man compete against man. And God don't do the competition. God don't have a sex, male or female. That's for bodies. That's for human beings. The spirit don't have a male or female spirit. It is what it is. Androgynous. The body sets the tone for what the sex is for the spirit. So understand that. Indian people show respect for others as they want for themselves. If I want you to respect me, what I do, I should respect you what you do. That's how it's done. When it's done that way, that's how you have no problem. See, it speaks for itself. Excuse me again, man. Okay. Indian people have a concept that works for them. Live in harmony. All. You don't have a section that they don't like this one, he don't like that one. I love that. I love that concept. The last one is Indian people give respect to each other in the name of God. Jesus Christ. There we go. See, we call Christ, we got it. But if you ain't showing respect for others, why should you think somebody should respect you and what you believe in? Belief should be respected, understood, not mistreated or misunderstood, but respected for what it is. Somebody's belief. I can't say your belief is right or wrong. Your faith is what you want in. That's what they do. That's your choice. That's the freedom that you can have your God and not have to worry about this guy saying, well, your God ain't no good. Your God ain't. It ain't about that. So they got that part right. So we as a people got it wrong. I tell you, I reward you for right, but you think you don't get punished when you're wrong? My grandson knows that. If you're going to get rewarded for right, you got to get punished for wrong. And that's the purpose of punishment should be swift and very harsh. Why? Because okay, that didn't hurt. I can take that. A little whoop. Yeah, I can get by that. But if you tore that thing up and you ripped it a new one, oh, they ain't trying to have that again. See, I'm a 1-2 time dude. The first time you don't get it, the second time you will. So my job is done. Why? You don't want that. You don't want me. You don't want that. I'm a disciplinarian first. I'm an educator second. Discipline is a must. Not a minus, but a plus. You will need discipline. I need to have discipline because that takes away a whole bunch of other stuff. I call it nonsense. When you just wild out and just do things for no apparent reason and think it's okay, discipline sure stops all that. Trust me. Well, they can't do what they used to do back in my day, which is whip it. Can't do that no more.